Sylk. Michael Colyar on the show. He's originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Southside?
Okay.
Me and my president and Oprah and Mike Jordan, everybody, all the money. Well, I'm trying to get money from them. But anyway, Southside, Chicago. I'm from the projects, Robert Teller Home, 4352 South State Apartment 909.
You know, I went to church with my church right across the street on 51st and State, Greater Harvest.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I love Chicago. I still love Chicago. I live in Los Angeles, but I go to Chicago as often as I can.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. You know, I'm trying to do something to bring attention to all the black on black crimes there. You know,
it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm putting together a music video that's called "Stop Killing Me." Initially, it was called "Everybody Want to Be Black Except Black People," but I changed the name to "Stop Killing Me." So I'm working on that right now. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna wake a lot of people up to it, of people who don't know about it nationally, and hopefully we can create programs for young black kids to have stuff to do when they're out of school, so they have choices and don't have to choose the gang. That's why you might see this little bracelet I'm wearing say "Stop KKK."
Right.
That's kids killing kids. You know, and our logo is a little black girl has her finger in the muzzle of a gun that a gangbanger is aiming at her. It's a cold.
Now, make sure you get a shot of that.
KKK.
Now, you travel a lot.
Kids, stop.
Have you ever been somewhere and sat next to a white person and they looked at it and said something? What did they say?
Often they say, well, what's that? What's Stop KKK? That's my white voice. That's my white voice. What's that? What's that?
Right.
And I tell them.
Do they feel offended like,
no, they don't. Because I don't tell them to stop the Ku Klux Klan, because then they have a reason to be offended. But no, I just say, you know, stop kids from killing kids, you know, because it's really, you know, I'm trying to remind young black kids that where we come from. You know, I'm trying to remind them of Africa. A lot of people don't want folks to remember Africa because of what's in Africa. What comes from Africa? All the oil. All the gold, all the platinum, all the silver, all the diamonds, all the kings and all the queens. And if I can remind my people that we come from royalty, when we remember that and wake up to that, then we stop killing each other. We start embracing each other. You think white folks scared of us now. Anyway, don't get me started. Yeah.
Where did you start? I mean, what was your first place you played?
First place, on the street of Chicago. I started by doing street performance.
Signifying.
Well, you know, we started signifying in high school.
Yeah, okay.
You was talking about people and their mamas in high school, you know. My friend's mama so fat, the police pulled up to her. She's standing on the corner by herself. Police pulled up and said, "Break it up. Break it up!" You know, so you know, we started with that. So, you know, that's a black thing that we've done in the hood for forever. So you get comedy in your life. It comes with us. It's like encoded in our genes. And you know, black folks are you know, created with designer genes. So you feel me? Designer. Anyway, So I started there, started doing comedy on the streets of Chicago. I would tell jokes and pass the hat. And then winter came, and people weren't trying to hit no joke in December on State Street. So I packed up everything that would fit in my 1967 Buick LeSabre, and I sold everything else. And I drove to California, where I could stand in the street and do it year-round. So I stood on Venice Beach for 9 years, every Saturday and Sunday, 5 hours a day, and told jokes, man. You know, and
Are you kidding me?
And then that evolved into a bunch of other stuff. You know, because from being on the beach on Venice, everybody come to Venice. Venice Beach is the second largest attraction in California, second only to Disneyland. So, and on any given Saturday or Sunday, 300,000 to 500,000 people.
So you would make
walk up
a
and down
good
the street.
living.
6 figures a year.
What?
9 years and weekends only. You know, and I stopped paying taxes after the second year because, you know, Uncle Sam be out there looking at you and guesstimating. You know,
right.
But no, made a killing out there doing jokes. But then from that, I get to do all kind of films and television shows, because people would come up and see me there and say, "Oh man, you got to do this film, you got to do that film." You know, that's how I got in my first film with Robert Townsend, which was Hollywood Shuffle. I only had one line. My line was, "No, it's a muffler," and but that was my line. I got made $1,004 and joined Screen Actors Guild based on that. I also did my biggest film there, which was Hot Shots Part 2 with Charlie Sheen. I played the black guy, and I shot on that film for 25 weeks. I bought the house with that one, and I was on Venice Beach when the director saw me out there and said, "You got to come and audition for this film." You know, so a lot of stuff came from Venice Beach. Out there, they have my feet, handprints, and the thing I would take people's money with. I had a money grabber. They have that in concrete and cement in the center of the beach to commemorate what I did when I was out there. So that just was a launching pad for them. In fact, that's how I got to be a regular at the original Improv, which is my main man, Bud Friedman, came out and saw me. Him and his wife Alex saw me on Venice, and I couldn't get in the Comedy Store. I tried and tried, and he said, "I want you to call the Improv your home." And then back then they had a show on TV called Evenings at the Improv. So he put me on the Evenings at the Improv. He made me a regular at the Improvs, and just a lot of stuff. And here I am, full circle, back to my improv again. 28 years later, still getting that paper.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's real talk, man.
Yes, I made it.
You made it.
Yes, I made it.
We're talking about today, you made it. But I made it. That's the whole thing. Everybody got a situation, got a story.
Oh, man.
As long as it ends with, but I made it.
But I made it. You know, if you keep God first, though, you really can make it through everything. You know, I always start my day with prayer. Yeah, before I even talk to my woman, I start before I pray, I brush my teeth because I like to talk to God with a dirty mouth. But once I get to say my prayers, then I say my prayers, and my prayers are never about asking. You know, because God already wants you to have what you want to have. My prayers are about gratitude. It's about just being thankful for what I already have. A lot of us don't even see the blessings. You know, the other day I was wrestling with earwax. You know, and the earwax was so deep that I couldn't really hear out this ear. So I put that juice, you know, put that stuff in there to clean your ear. But it takes a long time for that stuff to dry up out your ear, and you ain't supposed to go poke it in there. And while I'm sitting there fooling around with earwax, I'm thinking and realizing there's people who can't hear at all. So I need to learn to be more grateful, because all I'm dealing with is earwax. It's people who ain't got no ear. You know what I'm saying? So just like the guy who cried because he ain't got no shoes, but what about the man who ain't got no feet? You know, when I think about the man who ain't got no feet and no legs, I was thinking he probably got a pair of shoes he don't need. But anyway, that's another story. That's another story.
Michael Colyar, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
you on Twitter?
No, I am on Twitter at Michael Colyar. I'm on Facebook. They can Facebook me at Michael Colyar, Colyar, and I can tell them about the 9 projects that I am on, and we killing them. I got 3 reality shows coming, man. It's gonna kill them. Plus, I do prisons. I go to jail. Every month we do 1 to 2 prisons a month. I take 5 comics in. We do a free hour-and-a-half comedy show. It's called Comics Go to Jail, and we just do it for free because we want the inmates to know that just because their bodies are locked down, that their minds are still free and they can let them fly.
In that order, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Michael Colyar.
God bless.